Thank you for visiting my channel. The name is Wilson God in Ghana. Please try to subscribe and comment about my videos. I need your comments more. If I'm improving or I'm falling, I need the bad comments and the good comments so that I can know where I'm falling. The former president of Ghana have spoken, John Dramani Mahama have spoken about we should keep freedom of expression, and today is World Press Day. This is what we need as citizens in Ghana. Everybody must be free and give his free speech. We remember the days of our father John, our former president John Ejekum Kufuor gave the same platform to Ghanaians, and each and every Ghanaians being a Ghanaian, he opened a forum for a fellow Ghanaian to ask him a question and the development which is going on in Ghana. He did the same thing, and with these two people, we have freedom of speech, free radio stations talking about them, the good, the bad. We have access to ask them questions. This is the type of leaders which we need in Ghana. So we are advising everybody, every leader should open his doors for us. If something is going wrong in Ghana, we can ask questions, and to be like a Ghanaians. We shouldn't be like spectators, like the way our president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo said. He said we should be citizens, but we shouldn't be spectators. This is what we need from the leaders. And secondly, we give thanks to everybody in Ghana that we must to express ourselves, our views and our thoughts. We must to express so that we can keep the flag of Ghana, the red, gold, green, we can keep it high. Now, my second issue is we are in a season that the youth of Ghana must to fight. Now, I call this movement like the second freedom which we need in Africa, the second freedom which we need in Africa, the second freedom which we need in Africa. I repeat it 3 times because I'm talking to my fellow youth that we should stand as a youth. We have the power and we have been given the power out. You understand? We should stand as a firm, and we should unite the youth. We should unite and come together and express our views to our leaders. If we give them the orders which they are not going to follow the orders, we must take our power back, because the power belongs to us. We are the people which give them the power. So I would like to advise the youth that they will listen to me and they will keep the flag of Ghana high. The name is Wilson God in Ghana. I have a short video from the former president of Ghana. I have a short video for you which you can listen to what he said, add to my video. Please, if you are ready, let's join me and watch this video. Okay.
Fellow Ghanaians, today we celebrate Press Freedom Day. Freedom of the press should not only be marked, but celebrated and cherished as a vital and fundamental ingredient of our democracy. Without freedom of the press, we would all be silent. We wouldn't be free citizens, but mere subjects controlled by whoever happens to be in power. Freedom of the press is not a given. We should always remember that, and especially now, when the COVID-19 pandemic tempts some governments around the world to want to curtail the liberties of their citizens. Just as the press performs a civic service to all of us, we also have a civic duty towards the press, namely, to always defend and be ready to fight for the freedom of the press. According to Reporters Without Borders, during my tenure as president of Ghana, we became the country with the highest levels of press freedom in Africa. At the time, we were ranked number 1 out of 54 countries in Africa. We also placed 23rd on the global ranking among 180 countries. 3.5 years later, we have slumped 7 places on the global ranking and lost the #1 spot in Africa to Namibia and Cape Verde. We've unfortunately lost this priceless status that made all of us very proud. This should worry us, not only as journalists and media owners, but all of us as citizens and as Ghanaians. As I said, when the freedom of the press is curtailed, democracy suffers. And all other human rights that anchor our dignity as human beings are eroded. Without freedom, our dignity is trampled. This is why we need a free press as much as we need fresh air to breathe. So let us all protect the freedom of the press. Let us condemn the killing of journalists like Ahmed Swali, as well as the harassment of Manasseh Azuri and Edward Adeti. Let us rise up and speak against the dictatorial withdrawal of radio frequencies and closure of radio stations by the government of Nana Akufo-Addo. Let us remind and demand of government to stop paying lip service to the Right of Information Act. Let's encourage, cherish, and always expand the frontiers of freedom of the press in this digital world. We owe it to our great and hard-working journalists, but first and foremost, we owe it to ourselves. I celebrate the men and women of the press in Ghana and across the globe. The threat of COVID-19 has not daunted your undying spirits. The pandemic has not prevented you from going at great and sometimes risky lengths to bring us the stories. You have been at the front line of the fight against the disease. We are grateful to our press men and women. May God bless Ghanaian journalists and journalists all over the world. May we all rededicate ourselves to restoring Ghana's once enviable position as #1 in press freedom in Africa. And may God continue to bless our homeland, Ghana.
I hope you have enjoyed the speech. So I thank you for watching my videos. Share, comment. I need your comments more because this is a small platform. I know that with you and with all my supporters, the channel is keeping on growing. I want each and every youth to support the movement, because what I'm coming out with is a very great content which I'm coming out with, and I want to educate the youth. It has been an education to the world. I'm educating an ordinary African youth. I'm educating. We must to educate ourselves, advise ourselves, meet on this platform so that we share ideas. So your comments and your views is needed. The name is Osim God in Ghana. Thank you for joining me on my channel every day. Share, comments. I would like to say bye-bye to you now. Thank you.